This is Ray Grosswirth from Rochester, New York. Quite often I receive requests from viewers asking me for appropriate interfaith prayers that could be used for gatherings at holiday times, such as Thanksgiving or Christmas. Those of you who have watched my videos know by now that I come from a rich religious background, with Judaism on my father's side of the family and Catholicism on my mother's side. Whenever you gather for holidays, it is quite common to have people gathered around the table of various religious persuasions, and you always want to be inclusive when it comes time for the dinner prayer. I have two prayers today that I think are especially appropriate for a Thanksgiving gathering, or perhaps when you gather for Hanukkah or Christmas. Regardless of what religious persuasion you come from, it is always appropriate at a meal gathering to remember those who came before us. I'd like to begin with a Jewish prayer that is often used at Jewish funerals or at gatherings where loved ones are recalled. A dinner is certainly an appropriate occasion for this prayer. It is called We Remember Them. At the rising of the sun and at its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of the summer, we remember them. At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Isn't that beautiful? I want to thank Archbishop Peter Brennan for emailing me a very beautiful prayer that can be easily used at an interfaith gathering such as a Thanksgiving or Hanukkah or Christmas meal. It is titled Thanksgiving Day Prayer by Walter Rauschenbusch. Walter Rauschenbusch lived from 1861 to 1918. He was a Baptist social reformer. And the words in this poem or prayer, as you like, are very appropriate for today's religious gatherings as well. So here is a Thanksgiving Day prayer by Walter Rauschenbusch, which is a very good prayer, like I said, to use for a gathering such as a meal. For the wide sky and the blessed sun, for the salt sea and the running water, for the everlasting hills and the never-resting winds, for trees and the common grass underfoot. We thank you for our senses, by which we hear the songs of birds and see the splendor of the summer fields and taste of the autumn fruits, and rejoice in the feel of the snow, and smell the breath of the spring. Grant us a heart wide open to all this beauty, and save our souls from being so blind that we pass unseeing when even the common thorn bush is aflame with your glory. O God, our Creator, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Regardless of your religious persuasion, I hope these prayers will be useful to you, and I hope your religious gatherings and family gatherings this year are very meaningful to you. God bless all of you.